house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes, the house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. I've been practicing this a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Big Easy Bets podcast. I'm your host, Logan, and with me in the studio, Nick Von Brick.
What's up?
With us on the ones and twos, Joseph Ascani.
Yo.
This is going to be our Saints schedule breakdown. We're going to go through each opponent, give you our prediction for the season, what we expect to happen. We're also going to recap the golf tournament a little bit, and then just kind of talk about a couple things that we got going on in the sporting world. Won't be a crazy long episode, but I don't know. I have a positive prediction on the Saints season. I'm definitely been known to be an optimist, but we will see. We'll dive into it and see if we're all on the same page. But before we do that, what's new? Anything? We recorded an episode a week ago. Mm-hmm. It's our second annual episode with the Barreros that probably might not ever get aired, but there will be some clips aired for sure. What'd you think about that?
No, I was telling them we're going to have to release an album one day.
Yeah.
Of the unreleased podcast the night before the golf tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. A whole compilation of. Yeah, it's definitely not a full episode that should be released. But there's some good clips throughout. We got into the smelling salts, and that was a poor decision for sure. Dude, it rocked my world.
Oh, yeah.
It rocked my world. I went way too deep on the first one.
Your little one-liners after were so funny.
No, that shows
some of them you don't finish. You're like, oh my,
yeah,
and then nothing after.
No, at one point he was laughing to himself and he goes, "That did not just happen." Dude, yeah. I was fucking dying. It was crazy though because we know how intense it is when you dive in, and Jesse put his fucking whole nose in it. We all immediately were like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "He's dead. He's gone." No, it was brutal. I felt like I got fucking punched in the front cortex of my brain. It was bad. It was really bad. I'm getting blown up on Twitter right now, dude. Did you see? Some guy posted about Urban Meyer and how one of the bigger pages said how Urban Meyer called Joe Burrow a D2 quarterback at best and said he throws like a girl and blah, blah, blah. And one guy said, imagine not realizing this was Urban Meyer's classic way of motivating players. I said he motivated him to leave and go win a national championship with LSU. And it just opened the floodgates. I'm talking, dude, just people going crazy. Ohio State fans arguing. I can't even keep up with it, but they're like, it was the right decision. Dwayne Haskins was the better quarterback. It's like, clearly not. Clearly not. Rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins, but clearly not. They're like, why didn't he? Their argument is, well, he sucked in 2018. So my argument is, do you think he just figured out from January? What we play UCF on the New Year's 6? From January till 7 months later, he went from 16 touchdowns to 60 touchdowns, or was it the scheme? Mm-hmm. Was it the offensive scheme or was it his ability? Like, clearly the ability was there. But yeah, they're passionate. They're passionate about that. They made the right choice.
Yeah, no, he would have done the same thing at Ohio State.
Well, that's why I asked him. I asked the person that I was going back and forth with, which it's 20 of them, but this one specifically, I said, take the roles in reverse and put Haskins in LSU, put Joe Burrow on Ohio State's team in 2018. I said, whose numbers do you think are better? He said he thinks that they would be pretty much the same. I said, shut the fuck up. What do you? And he's like, well, look at who he had in 2019. He's got two of the top 3 wide receivers in the NFL. I was like, they were on the team the year before. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, they were there. I don't understand it.
Well, I don't think Joe would have done what he did at LSU when he was at Ohio State and whatever year that was.
I mean, they have guys too.
Yeah,
though.
no, he would have.
I think he would have.
He would have just been better in 2018.
Yeah.
And then they would have won the national championship in 2019 if Joe Burrow would have stayed.
That's what I'm saying. Am I crazy? Like I get what you're saying,
well, because
but
he got so much better in that one year. Like what was the year where we lost to Florida?
Yeah.
And he threw like 3 picks that game.
See, but you're coming from their angle. He didn't just get so much better. The scheme evolved to
Sure.
a more of a
Nah,
passing
he was
offense.
good in 2018. I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, no, he definitely showed the flashes of like that's what I think people think like when you say he's going to win the Heisman Trophy in 2019. That wasn't just like a homer like we'll bet on it. Like there were signs there and it was a perfect aligning of all the stars with Joe Brady coming in and they're going to a more like spread offense and we're airing the ball out more. But yeah, in 2018 we didn't do that. It was fucking
Right.
he was not set up for success.
Right.
So but yeah, I get what you're saying. It was night and day in terms of like there were times where in 2019 he didn't make a fucking single mistake. It
No,
felt like
he had what, 2 picks, maybe 4 picks?
no, he had 60 touchdowns
Yeah,
and
which is
6 interceptions.
incredible.
So he made more mistakes in 2018, but it was the offensive scheme and it was everything that if you put him on Ohio State with their offensive scheme and their weapons and all of that, that's what my point is. He didn't just grow into this otherworldly quarterback in 6 months. That ability was there.
The ability was there for sure. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But also his ability to process defenses just didn't grow that much in 6 months. Like all of that was there. He just was not in the right scheme. If he would have been put in the scheme like Nick's saying in 2018, he would have done the same thing.
In
Everybody that plays
2017?
quarterback for Ohio
18.
State puts up good numbers.
Cardale Jones put up fucking good numbers. Like, yeah, literally everybody. Braxton Miller, they convert him to a wide receiver, but they would like they had the 3-headed monster of Braxton Miller, JT Barrett, and Cardale Jones. Who's going to be the quarterback? They're all good. It's like, are they all that good, or is the scheme do they just have guys? Like,
He doesn't do that. He doesn't do 2019 LSU when he was with Ohio State, though. That year is not happening.
I don't know, dude.
Not a year like that, no.
I don't know because Mac Jones did it with
What year
Alabama
was
pretty
he?
close the very
What
next
year
year.
was he that year?
What do you mean?
What, a sophomore? What?
No, he had to be a junior. He graduated from Ohio State and then
Yeah.
he was a grad transfer.
But he had 2 years of eligibility
Yeah.
or whatever.
He had no starting experience, right? At that
No.
point?
He threw. I looked it up. He threw a combined. I think it was 39 passes. He had 2 touchdowns, no picks. He got no opportunities.
No, he didn't have an opportunity, you're right. But
He did break his hand. He got
think
hurt.
that experience helped a little bit. Like the whole season at starting at LSU before that led up.
Yeah, but our
to that
argument is that experience was
was-
on a team that was not set to produce offensively. If you put him immediately, like maybe he has some growing pains in the first
That's
couple
what I'm
games,
saying,
but
yeah.
he's gonna fucking light it up at Ohio
He'll show
State.
that eventually.
Like in 2
Yeah.
weeks max.
agree with
like I like he said, you think they win the national championship in 2018. You don't just have the graded.
Well, yeah. Well, in 2019, for sure, they were a playoff team.
Yeah,
Ohio
They-
State.
Should have beaten Clemson. We
Yeah.
should have been playing Ohio
Oh, yeah.
State.
yeah, that's true. We were at the casino watching that, weren't we?
Yeah, but Fields transferred from Georgia
Yep.
to Ohio State, and then that was their quarterback 2019.
And I think that's kind of a good
But
example.
they had Olave, Garrett Wilson. I mean,
That's kind of a good
They had
example too.
players.
There, look at Justin Fields. Justin Fields is looked at as a fucking Jalen Hurts, a lesser passing Jalen Hurts quarterback in the NFL right now.
mm-hmm.
He lit it the fuck up at Ohio State. Like, how many touchdowns did he have? Over 40, had to.
He was a Heisman finalist.
Yeah.
With Burrow.
And so he's a guy who leaves Georgia, goes to Ohio State, and all of a sudden they've got a whatever top 5 pick.
Wait, so what
It's
did
more-
Urban Meyer say?
Urban Meyer used to the whole purpose of the post was like Urban Meyer would tell him like you're a D2 quarterback at best, and he said you throw like a girl, and he's doing that like beat him down to bring out the best in him. I guess that's what the fan was trying to say. Like he said, imagine not knowing that this is his way of motivating, and that's why I said you motivated him to go to LSU and win a national championship. Like you motivated him right out the door, and the guy was, I don't know, just he was saying dumb shit about like you don't know what you're talking about and blah blah blah. Urban Meyer is one of the best collegiate offensive coaches of all time, or the best offensive coach of all time. And then I just put a GIF of Urban Meyer in a Jaguars outfit, and it says touchdown on it, like he's celebrating the touchdown in Jacksonville. And he said, "Are you 13 years old?" I'm like, "Oh, are you mad?" Yeah, it's like, dude, you didn't make the right decision. They love to say that, like, "Oh, what'd you make the right decision for 6 months?" You don't know that you made the right decision because you didn't win a national championship, and then we did. And then one guy was like you wasted them in 2018. I literally said no soul on the planet after 2019 is going, man, what a wasted opportunity we had in 2018. Like, what the fuck? What logic is that?
Yeah.
God, we really missed out on our chance in 2018. But yeah, so my phone's going bananas right now. Couple things going on in the sports world. Lakers are down 3-0 to the Nuggets.
Is it 3-0 or is it 2-0?
It's 3-0.
It's 3-0
Okay,
after
yeah.
last night.
I made a bet with Dave. He didn't want to place he didn't want to bet money, so I bet him jerseys. So I said, Dave, if the Lakers win if they win the NBA championship, I will give you 3 jerseys of your choosing. And then I said, if they don't win, you have to buy me a Dirk Nowitzki jersey. Because we've been having the GOAT conversation, Michael Jordan and LeBron James, and I'm like, dude, he fucking lost to Dirk Nowitzki, an old ass Dirk Nowitzki. That was the first year of the not 5, not 6, not 7. I was hyped. I was a LeBron fan, and he's the second best. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, LeBron sucks. Like, but they moved the goalposts. They're like, it's year 20. He broke the scoring record. I'm like, yeah, that's because it's year 20. They're like, Michael Jordan didn't play 20 years. I'm like, yeah, because he played 4 years at North Carolina, at least 3. And they're like talking about the early years of LeBron's career and like, yeah, well, he had growing pains, came right out of high school. I'm like, you don't get to pick and choose like, oh, he didn't play in college and then use that for a positive and a negative aspect. Like, I don't know. We've been going back and forth for a while, but I was like, game 4. They had a 2-1 lead. They could have took a 3-1 series lead, have a chokehold over the Mavericks. He scored 8 points. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
He scored 8 points. If Chris Bosh doesn't get a rebound and kick it out to the greatest 3-point shooter of all time at that time, he has 1 less ring. What are we talking about? Mike, and I used to be, I don't know. I've turned over a leaf from a decade ago. I used to be in that LeBron camp, but you can't argue 6 finals MVPs, never going to a game 7. You just can't do it. So I know John's a big LeBron guy. I would love to have that. We might have to have him on one day. We might have to have him on one day because I need a fresh debate on the topic.
It's the same shit, though.
No, I know, but you can't make it make sense. There's just no leg to stand on to say he's better. There's not. You lost to Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, he's not better at winning.
He got bodied by Deshaun Stevenson.
That's the point to play the game, not to.
Well, not only that, Jordan averaged 30 for his career.
Yeah.
He fucking averaged more than that in the finals. Like, he's just not better. He's the second best. I don't know what to tell everybody. But yeah, so they're down 3-0, potentially about to get swept by the Nuggets. And I might get a Dirk Nowitzki jersey. I might have to switch out. Oh, speaking of which, did you even notice? No? Still doesn't notice.
Me?
Yeah. Do you notice anything different?
Is it right in front of my face?
Yeah. Yeah. It's smacking you in the face. Jesus Christ. How much fucking sweat and tears went into this?
What? Drew?
Dude, they're all framed.
Oh, they weren't framed before?
No, they were not even close to framed.
Oh, nice.
There's more uniform foam in between.
Oh, shit. Come on.
Yeah, that took a lot I had to measure the length of the wall, and I had to measure, I did it so backwards, I'm not a contractor, but I measured the size of each jersey case for everybody just listening and not watching. I framed the jerseys on the wall, so we now have 4 jersey cases. So I measured the length of the wall, then I measured each jersey case, and then I measured the distance of that jersey case from the wall. And so I said, okay, I need that much, but it doesn't work out because I just spitballed over there in that corner. So I had to shorten it a little bit to make sure they're evenly spaced. It's as fucking close as it's going to get for me doing it like on my own and not having any experience and being bad at math. So, but yeah, it's yeah, you didn't even notice. It's
pretty good.
It's incredible. All right.
Yeah, that series is over for sure.
Yeah, it fucking should be. If not,
No.
then goddamn it, they're gonna talk about LeBron being the GOAT.
He's the greatest. 3-0?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever come back from 3-0.
No. 3-1, yes. 3-0.
3-1, yeah.
12 times 3-1. 3-0, never.
So
That's not happening. The series is over. The Nuggets are winning the NBA championship.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. The 2 teams in the East are good.
No.
The Heat and the Celtics are good. I think
No,
the
they're good.
Celtics are going to make it a series.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, second best player of all time. Got to tip your cap to him. But might get swept by the Nuggets with a guy who can't jump 6 inches off the ground. And Jokic. Also, too, the PGA Championship is going on right now. I gave out my picks for it on the Big Easy Bets TV YouTube page. If you didn't watch it, we have Brooks Koepka, 21-1 odds. He has the outright lead going into, we're in Sunday right now. He tees off in about 45 minutes. See if he can hold on. But we're on Xander Schauffele watch right now. Xander Schauffele is tied for 24th. He's 2 under on the round. We bet him top 20, top 10, and a small amount to win. But we bet our ass on top 20 and top 10. So we need Xander Schauffele in a big way. You're listening to this right now. You can go back and check the final standings and see where we ended up and see if I got pissed off or not. But he's right there. He's tied 22nd. If he can just squeak into the top 20, I'm going to come out okay. We'll break even on Xander Schauffele, and then we need Koepka to win. But we will see. He's on the back 9. Still 2 under on the round. One more birdie will put him in the top 20. And the way it could shuffle, it could go to top 10 if other people start struggling. But another major, we're in contention on Sunday. So we'll see what happens. If you're not subscribed to the Big Easy Bets TV YouTube page, go ahead and do that. If you're just listening on the audio, Spotify or Apple Podcasts, that's fine as well. But go head on over there, hit subscribe, help us out. So we had our golf tournament, the second annual Big Easy Bets charity golf tournament. It was a good turnout, a better turnout than last year. Last year was a good turnout, but it was just slightly more. I think we had 1 or 2 teams more. We're certainly going to have more to donate to the New Heights Therapeutic Riding Center. We're still we're waiting on a couple things to come in. We're looking at probably presenting them a check probably next week. But yeah, I will say, what were y'all's overall thoughts on the tournament? Like, obviously we've talked about stuff behind the scenes, but not including that, just y'all's personal thoughts.
It was hot, yeah.
You talking about the temperature?
Yeah.
It was way hotter the year before.
I don't know. It was overcast. I think the sun did a lot of people in.
Oh, yeah, that's actually funny you say that. I got the worst migraine ever that night. We went back. We got back to the house, unloaded all the shit. Y'all left. And then I was feeling well enough. I took a shower. I told Lindsay, clearly I wasn't feeling bad at this point. I said, let's go get Chick-fil-A. We're just going to chill. Dude, in the Chick-fil-A line, my head started fucking pounding so bad. I was sensitive to light. I never get migraines ever. I drank a decent bit at the beginning of the tournament and then didn't drink at all after that, but I didn't drink any water. I think you grabbed it. No, that was the round before, I think, when you had the couple bottles of water. So I didn't drink any water out there. And then, dude, I paid the price for it. It really fucked me up. I got back from Chick-fil-A, didn't eat any of the food, just went to bed. It was horrible. I never get migraines ever.
Yeah, migraines suck.
So yeah, from my personal standpoint, this year was way more, not just a couple more aggravating things along the way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that included, we get to the course and then the guy's trying to put his own people on the course midway. And
Oh yeah, what was he talking about?
I don't fucking like when people try to tell me shit that they know when they don't know. It bugs me. So we get there, and he's a nice guy, and he's been very accommodating, and it's been relatively smooth sailings the whole time. But we get there. We have 23 teams, so that's 1 for every hole, and then we've got 4 holes that are going to have 2 teams. We get there, and he's like, I gave him the sheet. It's strategically placed out, like the HSI guys. Cole, shout out to HSI for coming out to cook for everybody again. A huge help. Probably the best catfish you'll find. Cole was only playing 9 holes, so I put him on 10. He plays the back 9. When they're getting off, he can just go ahead and start cooking. He's like, I'm gonna have to shuffle some of this around. I'm like, what? It took me a fucking hour and a half, to write it up. I was scratching shit out, moving them around. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to move them around. I'm going to have my guys out there on 15, 16, 17, and 18. And I just said, what? And then he's like, yeah. And I just looked. We were just standing there. You ended up walking in towards the end, I think. Either you or Bam. I think it was you.
Yeah.
I'm just, he goes, yeah. And I just stand there. And we were quiet for like 30 seconds. I was like, it's your move, because that's a problem. And then I was like, he's like, whoa, what do you want me to do? I'm like, not that. He's like, I know we did this last year. I said, no, we didn't. And he's like, I know you have less this year than you did last year. I said, wrong again. We've got more. So that's two things. He kept saying, I know this, I know that. I'm like, you're 0 for 2. You don't know anything. So we ended up getting it squared away. He had a couple teams out there. They got off the course before we teed off. It's like, you could have said nothing to me. That was a bad start right there. So we got that situated. But yeah, it's like, do you know we have less this year? How do you know that? Because you don't. You're wrong. It bugs me. And then fucking the guy at the end so every year I learn something. I mean, this is the second year. So each year I learn, okay, we should have had this. We need to have this for next year. Next year we're going to have a banner that says you must be present for the raffle drawings and you can't take 6 hours to
we need to set a time too. Like,
yeah,
before we tee off, just let everyone know if you're not back.
you got 5 hours max.
It's your job to get back.
There's just no way. There's no way that we all tee off at the same time and we're getting done 2 hours before somebody. There's zero chance that that's possible. If you're moving at the right pace. I don't understand. I'm not entirely sure why there was a logjam for a couple teams, but the 3/4 of the tournament were done. They were all back. I don't understand what the holdup was. So it's like, if everybody's out there having a good time, that's fine. Get as fucked up as you want, but get back to the clubhouse in a timely fucking manner, dude. Because then I got people coming up to me like, hey, I got to go. Are we going to do the raffle? I'm like, yeah, there's people out on the course. Like, so people coming from both directions. So anyway, we end up, a couple people are still out there. It was a couple randoms that got in. Those guys doing construction that wanted to just play. They fucking took forever. That's the dude was like, where's the food? I'm like, it's been 6 hours, dude. Like, the food rotted. Yeah. Like, so
it's in my stomach.
Yeah. So we do the raffle, and then we felt bad actually because Lindsay's mom won the TV twice.
Yeah,
and my dad won the fucking TV last year, so we're like, Jesus Christ, man, can somebody else win it? And then fucking Zach wins it though. My God damn, and he won the picture. And Miss Jen won the cooler. We just gave everything to everybody we know. But yeah, so we ended up just buying Lindsay's mom a TV. We felt bad. She won it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should have went to her.
It should have, yeah.
It really should have. I don't know why we switched.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, I'm like, God damn it.
Well, it wasn't you. It was her. She was like, no, I feel bad. I was like, no.
Well, Lindsay and I had the same thought. Lindsay and I had the same thought. We were like, we didn't even say anything. We were both like, shit. Like, my dad just won it last year. But we got it squared away. So we're all good from that aspect. But so we do the raffle prizes. We're good, whatever. Everybody's kind of eating, hanging out, winding down. And then here comes fucking...
trouble.
Yeah, Shrek comes marching out of the fucking bar.
That's where he was?
Yeah.
He was at the bar.
Oh, this motherfucker wasn't out on the round.
Oh my God.
He was playing with his dad. And so he was back. He was there for the raffle. No, when I went in to settle up with the dude to pay the check, he was in there like talking about his fucking jump shot. He's at the bar. He's like, hey, it's like this. You got to keep your elbow in like this. I'm like, the fuck? I didn't even know he was in the tournament.
Did he play football?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's talking about a jump shot.
Dude, I didn't even know he was in the tournament. I had no clue because he didn't come up and fucking interact with anybody and all of that. So we do the raffles. We're done. We're hanging out. This guy comes fucking waddling out of the bar. He's, who's in charge here? And I'm like talking to somebody. I'm like, I guess me. Like, and he comes up and he goes, you didn't tell me that I had to be present for the raffle. They said I won. I'm like, was it the fucking TV? Because go take it up with Miss Tarina. She won twice.
Yeah.
You didn't win more than her. He goes, they said I won. And I was trying to gauge if he was being serious or not. Like if he was just fucking around or if he was actually agitated. And then when I was looking at like your dad and his playing partner and all of that, and they were like telling me like, yo, relax. That's when I was like, oh, you're being serious. Like, what the fuck? Like the way he went about it was like this, like listen here. Like, I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, you're not going to come out and fucking be disrespectful and shit. Like, I don't know. I just took it the way and I think I interpreted it correctly. It was definitely like he came up in an aggressive fashion. So it's like, I'll always match the other person's energy. But so I tried to stay reserved a little bit out of respect to your dad. I didn't know if that was like his friend. So I was trying to like, and then when I realized like, they're like, oh, take a deep breath. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I was like, where were you? And he's like, in the bar. So why the fuck are you in the bar? The tournament's not in the bar, you fucking dipshit. The tournament's out here. So you're in the bar. You're the reason we're fucking waiting and people are leaving. We need to pull the raffle numbers, but you're in there in the bar working on your fucking jump shot. So
what did he win?
no, I don't even think he fucking. I mean, I have no idea. I literally don't know.
2 before me.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't care. So
Good for me.
but
I'm glad he went to the bar.
he comes out, and so eventually I got to the point. I'm like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You weren't out here. We didn't say you had to be present, but we didn't say you couldn't be here. So call it a miscommunication. But then he was saying some other stupid shit, and I remember I cut him off, and I was like, what's your name? And he said, Heath. And I went to go start speaking again, and he goes, Heath. I said, yeah, gotcha. I said, next time, Heath, I'm going to have a and I swear on my life, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it the size of the banner. It's going to be so unnecessary. It's going to be the size of the big fucking golf tournament banner. I'm going to say, you must be present for the raffle drawings, Heath. And I'm going to put a fucking LSU logo right by it since he played for Alabama back when they were trash as fuck and nobody cared. So unless he played for Bear Bryant, I don't know. I don't give a fuck, dude. Yeah, no, his name will be. I might put in memory of Heath because I know he's not fucking coming back. Dude, I was fucking not happy. And then you heard him start talking shit. I didn't even hear him start talking shit.
Well, no, I realized, like, I was peeing in the clubhouse, and this was after we were wrapping up. Well, I walked out, and I could tell something happened, and I was like, oh, Christ. Well, at first I thought you were, you got in an argument with the other guy.
No, the one who won the fucking driver?
Yeah, the guy who won the driver. I'm like, what are they? It's like, why is he mad? He won the most expensive prize.
No, and he was the first one being like, yo, relax.
Yeah,
like, trying to calm.
he knew that guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm realizing something's going on. So I'm just kind of standing around. You walked the other way. And then you came by me, started talking to me, and that's when Miss Jen and my dad walked up. Well, I just happened to look over, and I guess the guy name is Mark, I think. He was trying to calm Heath down.
Yeah.
And then I was like looking over there, and he was like, the big guy, Heath, was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that chicken shit motherfucker or some shit like that. And I was like,
it's
oh,
probably for the best that I didn't hear that. Because, dude.
Well, when I saw it, I was like, dude, I do give a fuck.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not fucking gonna.
Well, I looked at you and I went like that. My fucking hands were shaking, dude. Because he tried to, at the end, they were trying to tell him like, yo, relax. He then like grabbed me by my shirt to like pull me in and be like, yeah, no, we're okay. And I pushed his fucking arm off me. It's like, don't touch me, dude. At that point, like, you don't get to decide now. You don't get to come up and be a fucking dickhead and then decide like, oh, it's okay. So I pushed his arm off me. So he probably didn't like that. But it's like, don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me. And that's when I looked at you as I was walking to go get that water. Dude, I was fuming. So I didn't even hear him fucking say anything, and it's probably for the best because it would have got ugly. Like, it would have fucking...
No, like, if he would have kept doing something, like, I was literally about to start taking shit out my pockets.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it was so funny because after we were talking about it, Jordan is super soft-spoken. Like, he was sitting there, and because Jesse came up and was like, what happened? And Jordan's like, he's like, no, he's like, dude, he's like, yeah, Logan handled it really great. He's like, it was funny what he said about the sign. He's like, I was just sitting there waiting for a reason. He said it so calm. I'm like, dude, it's like, yeah, really, you can be big and you played football back in the day. It's like, you'll get fucked up bad. There's so many people here. You will get absolutely.
Well, you're old.
That too, but it's like, just like, what are you going to do? What are you going to really do?
Right.
You're going to fight everybody? Not that we're all gonna jump him and fucking kick his brains out,
that's
but
what's gonna happen.
But it's like, I mean, but we wouldn't kill him. We would fucking, we'd have some awareness. But no, I was just like, dude, get the fuck out of my face. And I would have said that much sooner, but I was trying to, like, just out of respect to your dad. I didn't know that could have been his best friend for all I fucking knew. And it's like, I'm not trying to do that. But I was trying to read, and like, he caught me off guard. I was in the middle of a conversation. I was trying to read quickly, like, is this guy being serious or not?
Yeah, then plus on top of that, everybody taking forever.
Yeah. Oh, there was multiple things.
So much shit was just aggravating at that point.
Yeah. No, things were just building up. But all in all, like, don't let that overshadow. It was a good tournament. Multiple people came up and said how great of a time they had, and it was awesome and blah, blah, blah. All that good shit. We raised a lot of money for a good charity. It was a good time. I still enjoyed it, but yeah, there was just a couple things. There's a couple things throughout the way.
There's always going to be a couple things.
But dude, the first year was so smooth. Like
Yeah.
we fucked up in terms of like not getting like we didn't put enough emphasis on like the footage side of it, I guess. We put too much emphasis on our group than we did as everybody else. But outside of that, it went so smooth year one. There was not I couldn't tell you one issue from the first year. So that was it was just it's probably more times than not there's always going to be something.
Right.
It's just the first go round we had with it there was nothing.
Right.
So yeah, and it was just kind of multiple things. And my head was already starting to hurt a little bit towards the end of the day. So like I already wasn't feeling great. Yeah, it was just a bad time. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Heath did me a favor. Now we'll know. You got to be present. And I swear on my fucking life, I will have a banner. I'm going to give the biggest banner they have. And like my mom was asking me about it. And she's like, you're not really going to do that. I'm like, oh no, I swear to God. It's going to be there. I won't use his last name, but it will. Heath's name will be on that banner. It'll say in memory of Heath.
Yeah, did me a favor too.
Yep. So, but yeah, so like I said, don't let that overshadow.
Office.
Oh, shout out to, they didn't give me a team name, but Colin Wilkins' team won. More controversy year two. The second place team thinks the first place team cheated.
Yeah.
Could they have cheated? Maybe. I don't know. It's a fucking really good score. I think the kid in their picture, the kid on the far left, I think he's a good golfer. They could all be good. I don't know. The other three could be good too. The kid on the far left, though, he's got the look. Like I saw him swinging on the range.
The guy with the black hair. I saw him shoot at the par 3 for the truck.
Yeah.
And they would have been lucky to save par in that hole.
Yeah. But like, so Chase's example on the par 3, he said they all shanked it to the left and he chipped in from 30 yards out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
could happen.
got to see it to believe it.
I literally, yeah, exactly. I don't give a fuck, dude. There's no way for me to police it. They came in with the lowest score on the scorecard. So I mean, we shot 9 under.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna have cameras on every hole. So
no, yeah, I'm prepared every single year. The second place team is gonna be like, that's bullshit.
Oh yeah, it was last year too.
We went, yeah, exactly. So we went to when we played in the Boshin tournament, and that one we actually cheated. We cheated so fucking bad. We cheated. We were marking birdies before we teed off. I'm not even kidding. We cheated so bad, and the team that won came in 10 strokes better than us. I said no fucking way, because we didn't cheat right off the bat. We actually played really well to begin. I ended up chipping in for birdie on like the 3rd hole, and then we started shotgunning a beer for every ball we lost, and it just got so bad. Bam was throwing up chicken biscuits. It was bad. And we came in we're 14 under. And they're like, oh, we're 24 under. I'm like, what? You birdied every hole and you fucking eagled 5 of them?
Yeah.
You hit a hole in 1? Like, come on, dude. But yeah, nobody won the car. But they keep wanting us to win that fucking car, man. It'll be a conversation for another day. All right, so a couple other things. The sport of boxing's rigged. Nothing new. We talked about it a little bit before we started recording. Last week, we saw Rolly Romero fight. I don't even know his name. I've seen him fight multiple times. Do you know his name?
No.
He's old. Rolly Romero was getting beat on every judge's scorecard, and then they stopped the fight. Fucking, who was it? Tony Weeks stops the fight. A very reputable referee. I mean, that was the biggest bullshit of all time, no?
Yeah, it shouldn't have been stopped.
But it's like, what's the explanation? What's the explanation? Like, well, he's younger and he was about to lose.
Yeah,
that's the only explanation. We can make more money off of this guy. This guy's old. We can't have him win. So it's like, what's the point? What are we fighting for? I don't get
that's
it.
the biggest problem with boxing is that because the best fighters don't fight each other often,
Yeah.
it's a rare occurrence when it does happen that records, like an unblemished record, really matters in boxing.
Yeah. They're so
like
scared.
you'll hardly see a young guy with a couple losses who's a contender.
Yeah.
Or yeah, basically that's it. So it's like even with the Devin Haney fight last night, that's what same thing happened there.
Yeah, so that was the next one I was going to get to. Devin Haney just fought Vasily Lomachenko. I, being honest, didn't see the first half of the fight. I saw the second half of the fight. I saw the last 6 rounds, and every round that I saw, Vasily Lomachenko won. The person that I was in the Discord with Ryan, and he was telling me that the beginning of the fight could have went either way. He said pretty much every round he felt like could have went either way. The announcers basically corroborated that as well. There's no fucking way that Devin Haney won that fight. And I'm not surprised because after the fact, we were both in agreement Vasily Lomachenko won the fight. And I said, the first thing I said was, well, boxing's rigged, so don't be shocked if they give it to Devin Haney. And they gave him a unanimous decision. The last 5 rounds of the fight, Devin Haney just coasted, did no damage. Vasily Lomachenko was putting it on him, had him in trouble. There was a couple times I thought he was going to fall to the canvas. There's no fucking way Haney won. There's literally no way. Lomachenko knew he got robbed. He said it in the ring. Like he said it without saying it. They kept trying to get him to say what they wanted him to say, and he wouldn't do it. But you knew it. Shakur Stevenson got in there and even said Lomachenko won. Landed more punches. He did more damage. There's no fucking way. I watched Gennady Golovkin, and we could be. I don't know where you. The first fight, Gennady Golovkin won that fucking fight. You might think otherwise. I watched that fight. We haven't talked about it in a long time. I was so confident that he won that fight, and they gave it to Canelo. And that was another one where everybody's like, it's rigged and this and that. There's been so many fights where I'm confident I know who won the fight, and then they give it to the other guy, and they make it seem like he dominated. So it's like I'm either blind and dumb, or it's rigged. So I don't know. It's aggravating because I like Lomachenko. He definitely won that fight. I like Devin Haney too. He is a good fighter, but it was Lomachenko was another tier whenever it came down to time to win that fight. So
Yeah, no, Lomachenko, forever he was the best.
The skill level though from both guys was top fucking tier, like elite boxing. But when it came down to it, the footwork, the head movement, the combinations, dude, Lomachenko put like a masterclass display of boxing on those last 5 rounds. So the fact that they don't give it to him is so. There's more money to be made, I'm sure, if you got Haney and you can put him up against whoever. Shakur Stevenson, does he fight Tank Davis? Blah blah blah, whatever. I don't give a fuck, dude. He lost. It's just aggravating. And then the announcers get up there and try to fucking gaslight everybody into, you don't know what you're talking about. You're casual. It's like bullshit, dude. Bullshit. Everybody knew it. The crowd was booing like crazy. Everybody, you know what you just saw. You know when you watched a guy just get beat up and lose a fight.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Like somebody must have just made a highlight clip of it. And they were like, oh, yeah, what a good fight. Congrats to whoever. So they weren't like really picking a side, but not saying it was rigged. But from what I saw, I was like, don't look like a good fight to me. It looks like fucking Lomachenko's piecing them up in everything you show me.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just old. It's another example that boxing's rigged. It is what it is. I wasn't shocked, but it's still, every time you see it though, it's still frustrating. So feel bad for Lomachenko. He was crying in the locker room and shit. It's like, dude, he just went to fucking war with this dude and he fucking won. He won. Devin Haney's jumping up and down like fucking won the lottery. But it is what it is. Last thing, John Morant's an idiot. That's the last thing I have before we get to the Saints schedule breakdown. John Morant's the dumbest person of all time. Is that fair?
Yeah.
How do you do it again? His friend on Instagram Live was even like, shit. Like he put the phone into his shirt. Like, yeah, I'm sure he's like, fuck. Because this dude's over here. He's got to pull it out every chance he gets. Dude, you fucking dumb clown. What are you doing? They just paid you $200 million. All you have to do is not videotape yourself pulling out your gun. Why can't he not do it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you have an answer? Do you?
No.
I mean, what are they talking? Is he suspended right now?
He's gonna be.
Oh, he's gonna, dude.
Talked about.
He
got suspended
look,
8 games.
I can understand the other side of like, look, he's not breaking the law.
No.
But
fucking stupid. It don't matter.
But you represent the
He's got
brand.
a morality clause.
What do you mean?
That's part of their contracts in the NBA is the morality clause. Go listen to
Yeah, but somebody made a good point
TNT
where
crew talk about it. They know all about that shit. They play in the NBA too.
Yeah.
He's got a clause saying that he cannot do shit like that.
Yeah. So
it's part of his contract.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. I'm sure that's true though, because you can't look negatively on the brand.
Exactly.
You can't go, and so you also now it's safe to say he's one of, if not the most popular player in the league right now. Every kid
Yeah.
wants to fucking look like him and play like him and
Jump like him.
yeah, play no defense and just mindlessly jump at the basket and hope something happens. But ultra athletic, he's just up there jumping and like, fuck, I hope I'm like can just land in the rim. He's not even trying to put the ball in the basket. He's just trying to jump into the rim.
Yeah, that's how he got hurt too.
Yeah. So
No, he's an idiot.
he just it's a tale as old as time. The hip hop group of people want to be athletes. The rappers want to be athletes. The athletes want to be rappers. Yeah, the rappers, most of them would rather be athletes. They like, or I mean, if either one could pick, you'd be smarter to be the athlete more times than not, unless you're fucking huge like Drake and like the top tier. Most of them aren't though, and are not making $200 million to play basketball. So you literally just have to not pull your fucking gun out. And then, dude, people, like he had that tiny ass gun and then he went and got like a little bit bigger of a gun. And if you're gonna pull out a fucking Magnum or something, dude, I'm talking like pull out the biggest fucking handgun you can find if you're gonna pull it out. Like make people be like, holy shit. Like,
Don't pull it out at all. You're not a thug. Quit acting like you are.
You don't know his past though.
Oh yeah, whatever. You're making $200 million a year, bro. You ain't no thug.
His name's fucking Tremere. What's his name?
Yeah.
Well, he's got a bit of a reputation,
Oh no,
a thuggish reputation.
So that's his name's Demetrius. No, the problem.
He does. Didn't he like beat some kid up at a basketball court? And then he got his mom his mom got him and his friends to like intimidate a waiter.
Got the squad to pull up twice.
Yeah.
It was at a high school basketball game as well. Got the squad to pull up and be like, what's good? So, no, that's the problem is that there's past history. Outside the Pacers facility, they came rolling by. His crew put a red dot on somebody. So you got that. You beat up a 17-year-old kid and pulled the gun on him. Your mom fucking rallies the troops whenever fucking somebody doesn't refill her water. So, yeah, it's like, well, you keep flashing your gun, but you also keep threatening people with it and putting red dots on people as you're pulling past the facility. It's like, these are not the best signs that things are going well, that you should be pulling your gun out. But the real issue, I mean, that mixed with the fact that he just had a thing. He just had an incident, met with Adam Silver. He did that sit down. Like somebody was like, I like how they tried to make Jalen Rose Oprah and like he's changed. Now you understand. That motherfucker went right back to it. He's in a car. He's in the car fucking on Instagram Live just singing. Why do you have to pull it out? Why do you have to pull it out? I don't get it. And I don't give a fuck if you pull it out. But when it's going to cost you fucking money, like millions and millions and millions of dollars. Nike pulled his shoe.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
He's going to get suspended, definitely. They suspended him 8 games the first time, and then he came right back out and did it again. It's just so funny, too. Like, people are so quick to, like, screen record, post, look at Ja Morant. Fucking got him. Like,
Barely so, I'm with it.
Yeah. No, it was like the smallest little, like passing by, because his boy was clearly like, fuck. They probably like talked about it before, like, yo, just don't pull your fucking gun out. And the dude just can't help himself. They're just videoing. He looks out, he's like turning left or something, looks back, he's got it up. Fuck. Dude, he's just a fool. He's an absolute fool. He clearly, I don't know, he kind of plays like a fool. Just fucking, I'll dive at the rim. I mean, dude, it's just, I don't know. He's dumb. He's dumb. Hopefully he gets it figured out, because, I mean, dude, he is good. He's very, very good. But I don't know. What's your prediction? What do you think? What do you think the suspension is?
I don't know. I think it is a touchy subject, like you said. The nightclub incident's one thing. You're not supposed to have a gun in a nightclub. It's illegal. But in the car, it's different. But yeah, like Joseph's saying and you're saying, with protecting a brand and stuff like that, yeah, the NBA has an obligation to make sure its players aren't creating, I guess, whatever he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's touchy. I was thinking somebody was like, yeah, suspend him for the entire year. Suspend him 40 games. I'm like, I mean, Jesus Christ, he didn't.
Yeah.
what he's doing isn't right, but like you said, he's not breaking the law. He didn't
Yeah. So that's where I'm not
beat somebody
I'm
up
not
in the
passionate.
elevator lobby.
Oh yeah, he didn't kick a poor guy's head in and dent his eye socket. But fuck him, we're about to beat
And
that
we're
case.
like, don't suspend
Yeah,
that
we're
guy.
about to beat exactly. That's a very good point. So everybody in Memphis is like, he ain't doing shit. Alvin Kamara and his boys out there fucked this dude up, and we're like, nah, he had it coming. So
he must have said something. I
yeah,
bet.
yeah. No way he just fucking was an innocent bystander. No way he just wanted to get in the elevator and go up to his room, go fucking get some sleep. Yeah, no, I'm not super passionate about it. I'm not like, oh, he needs to be suspended. God damn it! Like a lot of people.
Yeah, but
like,
he shouldn't be he shouldn't be doing it.
No, yeah, I'm more of just like whatever the NBA decides to do. Okay, like I'm not passionate. Like I need to see that motherfucker gone, man. Like a lot of these people, like so, like the guy Mad Dog or whatever. He was like 40 games minimum. Like I don't give a shit. Whatever the NBA comes out and says, I'm cool with. But he does probably need to be reprimanded, definitely, because it's like you're dumb. You need to. It's not even just that like, oh, you keep. It's just you should be suspended for being dumb. That should be what it says. Like you're an idiot, so we got to suspend you until you're hopefully less of an idiot. But just go play basketball, dude. Stop trying to be something you're not. Be who you are. You're fucking Ja Morant. I remember in March Madness when he fucking yammed it on Marquette's center. I was like, this dude's fucking special. So it's like, just go do what you're supposed to do. Stop trying to be something you're not. And fucking get the fucking groupies away from you, dude. The people that are just riding the coattails. He'll get it figured out. It'll probably be a semi-lengthy suspension. It's going to cost him with the shoe deal probably. Eventually they'll come back with it. They've already started the production of those shoes. They'll probably just delay it. I don't know. He'll pay the price a little bit, and then. But it's like if it's like, oh, Ja Morant got in a fucking shootout at a nightclub. We're not going to be like, what? Where did that come from? So it's like, yeah, you want to try to put the steps. You want to take the necessary steps to avoid that outcome. Yeah, that potential outcome. So, yeah, whatever they do, suspend him. I mean, fuck the Grizzlies. I don't give a shit. I don't care. But I'm not like I need to see that goddamn guy off the court and put him behind bars. I'm not like that. I don't really care that much. But who got the better end of the deal? Pelicans or Grizzlies? Who would you rather have?
Zion still, yeah.
Fat ass Zion or fucking Young Thug. Yeah, I mean, if Zion comes back and it's the final year. This is the final year. You got to do something. Mm-hmm. You got to do something or else we're like, God damn it, we're all fucking. It's like the Denzel Washington gift where he hits the fucking desk like he's hurt again. But yeah, I mean, I think Stephen A. Smith said, like, the Knicks got the better end of the deal with R.J. Barrett. Can't shoot a fucking lick, but at least he's out there. But yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. But all right, we will now. Oh, last thing. Have you watched the McGregor documentary?
Mm-mm.
Have you? I mean, you're on Netflix, right?
I have it, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all should watch it. I've only watched 2 episodes. I think there's 4, maybe 5. It's very good. It's very good. It's wild to me. Like, I mean, it's no secret he's my fucking favorite fighter. Like, and it's just, it was a mixture of like being able to see him right from the get-go and like follow the whole career, and then just also the career path. Like there's people like Dominic hates him. Dominic fucking despises him. And I'm just like, dude, I don't really feel like I hate anybody, like to passionately hate somebody. I'm sure there's some people that I'm not thinking of, but but like with that, like there's no UFC fighter that I'm like, I fucking hate that guy. Like Khabib, I think Khabib's one of the best ever. Like I really, really like McGregor, but the fact that he beat him, I'm not like, fuck Khabib. It's cool to see the insight, like the injuries he had before the Khabib fight, the look after he got beat by Khabib. Like Dana White came in and was like, not to spoil it, but he was like, I didn't see that coming. Like the people jumping in the cage and like, and actually, yeah, they posted this clip all over, but he's like, I don't give a shit. He's like, I got beat when it mattered. He's like, I'm not worried about that because he fucking rocked Khabib's cousin. He fucking smoked him. Mm-hmm. But he's like, I got beat when it mattered most. He's like, I don't give a shit about any of that other stuff. And like he was like breaking down and shit. Like it's cool to see like the behind the scenes of somebody that's so polarizing and like and super like cocky and whatever. He had his son in the Lamborghini, like the little toy Lamborghini driving. Did you see that picture? It said, I think it said Aldo 13S, like the license plate. So 13-second knockout. I thought that was a nice touch. But no, it's cool. I don't. It's just wild to see. I mean, I've always said I like when people can talk shit and back it up, and just, dude, that run he had was wild. Like,
oh yeah.
Like I don't think there's no without him. It'd be crazy to think about where the UFC would be right now if he never fought. Like, I mean, you'll never get an answer to that, but just how quickly it like they were showing people in the crowd from the Khabib fight, fucking Trump, Tom Brady, they're like the Kardashians were there, I think, like the biggest of like the top of the top fucking people were there. And it's like it's wild to see specific people captivate literally everyone.
Yeah, no, there'll never be anything like it ever again.
I don't think so.
He's the greatest showman
yes
in all of sports history that ever.
And like I've been talking to you about it. Like Colby Covington. Colby Covington is a fucking wickedly good fighter. Wild cardio. He's not good on the mic, and he's considered like funny. He says wild shit, but when you actually like, there's something to be said for the people that can just go like flow and then witty and not trip up on their words or anything like that. McGregor, it seemed like he just always had something in his pocket ready to go at the perfect time. Where I watched these other guys, Aljamain and who did Sterling just fight? Cejudo. God, it's
but
fucking
even when O'Malley came
Yes.
into, I was like, Jesus Christ,
No,
somebody just end this.
It just feels so forced. It feels so scripted. It feels like they're just trying to be something that they're
yeah,
not.
you look like shit.
Yeah. With McGregor, it was like, no, that's him, dude. That's just who he is. And you can see it like in the behind the scenes shit. That's just who he is. And the problem is all these other people want to shit on him and talk all this shit, but it's like you're just trying to be exactly who he is. How are you shitting on the person that you're trying to be? Cejudo's the worst, dude. He's a great fighter. He's so fucking bad talking shit. Like even when he tweets and you have time to think about it, it's corny as fuck. It's just, dude, it's everything. And then when McGregor went and did the press tour with Mayweather before that fight, wild, dude. He was just bodying him. Mayweather's a perfect example too. It's like all this corny shit. Like obviously you could make an argument the greatest boxer of all time, a legitimate argument, but he's up there like saying like form Ultron or some shit, and like his people come up and form like this circle around McGregor, and he's like got his back, like it's just like McGregor's up there like you're 40 years of age, like shit, and like that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, you look like a clown. You're a fucking adult. And he's walking around like with the book bag full of money and all of that. It's just, it feels like which granted, he's Money Mayweather and he's got a fuckload of money. So I get it. He could play the role a little bit better than most, but it just seems like they're all trying to be something that they're not. And it's just wild. The perfect combination of McGregor came up and was starching people, talking shit. Every soundbite he had, even from the first fight where he's, hey, Dana, 60 G's, baby. He's fucking perfect with everything he said. It's wild to see it's wild to see people live and follow their career that'll like transcend generations. Like they'll talk about him for forever. So, and to see him on the come up every fight that he had in real time was crazy. And I'll never forget the Aldo fight. I was so nervous. I was like, Aldo very well. He was pound for pound number one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, we were at Buffalo Wild Wings. Were you with us?
No.
Were you there?
I don't remember.
Remember, we were sitting outside at Buffalo Wild Wings. Megan was there. Alec was definitely there.
No, I wasn't.
No? Who else was there? There was multiple people there. We waited for like 4 hours. We had to get there early to get a table. Waited so long, and he knocks him out on the second punch technically, but first clean shot of the fight. Sleeps him, dude. I was like, oh my God. I was going nuts. Just everything, dude. When he came back and fought Cerrone, granted, I had a good bet on him first round knockout. It's wild to see how much hype's around somebody that he lost his last two fights to Poirier. If he does come back and fight Chandler, it's going to be fucking wild.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited for the Ultimate Fighter.
That too.
That one clip they show.
Where he pushed him in the head.
No, they were just talking like, I guess in the UFC PI or whatever.
Yeah.
But they were just talking. He was like, yeah, I'm ready for a proper fight. He's
Yeah.
like, have they told you what weight it's going to be at 185? He goes, I'll do 185. He said, you'll do it yourself.
Yeah, I did see that. No, but there was another. They got in an altercation in the middle of the octagon. Like they were face to face talking, and McGregor two-hand pushed him in the fucking face, like hard. So, but there apparently was something. I don't know if that was it. I don't know if it escalates after that. But Dana White said like, he's like, I made a mistake, like letting him get too close or something. They said like McGregor apparently fucked Chandler up. That's what I gathered from. Like there was a big incident where I guess he fucking cracked him. So we'll see, but. All of that's kind of hype to build the show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But the way Dana White said it, it seemed like it was legitimately like a problem. But if that fight comes back, I don't even know if he's in the USADA testing pool yet. I don't know. If that does happen, though, after 2 losses, I understand one was a leg break, it's going to be the biggest fucking shit ever. Every time he fights, it's like even the Cerrone fight, people were going crazy because it was the return. And that the second episode's about that fight. And I forget like the time frame of everything. Dude, that was the beginning of 2020. And they were like, they wanted to stay active and then it shut down. And then they even talked about they kept requesting fights and the UFC wouldn't really give them fights because clearly they want to be super selective with who they do it with. But he was saying they wanted tune-up fights. Like they, not tune-up fights, but they wanted to stay active and they wanted to work their way back up because he was, before Cerrone, that was right after the Khabib fight and he took a lot of time off. He broke his hand. Or he tore ligaments in his hand. They detail all of that. But yeah, he comes back, fucks up Cerrone, doesn't take any damage, and they wanted to stay active. Well, then everything gets shut down. And I mean, he never fought at Fight Island, obviously. They're not going to fight him out there.
Oh, no.
They would have never done that. They're just leaving so much money on the table. So they felt like they kind of, at least his coaches were talking about, they felt like he paid the price for that. And then obviously the Poirier shit. I don't know. When he comes back, dude, that one, Michael Chandler's a beast too. Michael Chandler's a freak. But I mean, if it's a stand-up fight, dude, I still stand by that. I understand Poirier.
Oh, McGregor's going to fucking knock him out.
That's what I'm saying. I think I would bet first or second round knockout, without a doubt. But I'm clearly biased. But on the feet, dude, I even watched, they showed the Khabib fight again. They go through all of that. And obviously Khabib cracks him with the big shot because he was putting so much emphasis on the takedowns. But, dude, I don't think that anybody's ever defended the takedowns better against Khabib because he's that fucking good. But if you go back and watch, people think it wasn't just like McGregor got steamrolled right from the get-go. He stuffed a lot of takedowns, and I think it was the 3rd round. He won the 3rd round. And he stuffed multiple takedowns, started tagging him. That was when Khabib was tired, and he was worn out. But then in the 4th, same thing, came out and McGregor was piecing up, but then he just got him down and he got his back. And it was over at that point. But yeah, that's McGregor's weakness, obviously, is if you can get him to the ground. But he fought the fucking best guy at it ever. So it's not as bad as even Chad Mendez was a fucking great wrestler. So anytime he fought a wrestler, they were top fucking tier wrestlers, like arguably the best. Because Mendez, he beat Aldo, didn't he?
I don't know.
He at least fought him fucking really close. Yeah, I don't know. I think he just kind of gets like this. He's got this reputation of like he's horrible on the ground. He's not horrible on the ground. The people he's going up against are just elite. Xander Schauffele, motherfucker. -4 on the day, tied for 14th. So even if he bogeys, he's still top 20. Oh, baby. He is through the 13th hole. But yeah, y'all need to watch it. I still need to finish it, but it's good. It's wild to see the in-depth footage. But all right, we're going to break down the Saints schedule and give our honest opinions of what we think our record is going to go. So last year, remember, we went game by game.
Yeah.
I think we should just go down the list. What do you think?
What do you mean?
Like whoever goes first, you read your whole schedule.
Okay.
I think that would probably be a little bit more easier to keep up with. Because remember last time we were like,
yeah, I know what you're
Falcons,
saying.
I have a win, you have a win, you have a loss. I think if we go, so I'll go first. So the way I'm looking at it is the schedule's easy. At least compared to years past.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, you've got the Panthers, which granted they traded up, but number 1 overall pick, they got a rookie quarterback. You got the Texans, number 2 overall pick, rookie quarterback. You've got the Bears, who were, where is it? The Bears were 3-14. The Colts, just took Anthony Richardson. They're going to have a rookie quarterback, 4-12. We're gonna get a firsthand look at who the best quarterback of the class is, because we're gonna find out, because we're playing all of them.
Yeah.
We play the Titans week 1. Does Will Levis beat out the people? Does he beat out Tannehill as the starter? Probably not. But so I'm looking at it as you've got 5 new QBs. One of them, and really, so you got 5 new QBs. Of those 5, we play. I mean, the Panthers and the Bucs are going to have a new quarterback. We play them twice. So is it Baker Mayfield? Probably. Doesn't really put fear in my heart. But then you got the Falcons with Ritter. Dude, people are trying to prop Ritter up on this pedestal. Desmond Ritter's Desmond Ritter. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking scared of Desmond Ritter for a second. So going through it, Titans. I gave us a win versus the Titans. It could be. I will not be shocked if we lose week 1. Typically, we do start slow. Understand it's a new regime and all of that. Titans do have questions at quarterback with what are they going to do with Malik Willis, and then do you think they release Malik Willis? They said they never carry 3.
Well, they should be able to trade him.
Well, okay, yeah, but do you think they get rid of him? I guess I should have said.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they won't release him for nothing, but yeah, they say typically they never carry 3 on the roster.
I mean, maybe it's different because they can still use Willis in other ways.
Yeah, that's what everybody was like. He's not going to be a receiver.
Yeah, I don't mean that. I mean like just running like read option and putting them in the goal line and stuff like that.
I think
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but it kind of like not a gimmick, but specific packages and
that's like the way
that's kind of what they said.
Hill.
Exactly, that's kind of what they said though, that he wasn't going to be a lot of the pro Malik Willis guys. Like, I don't remember specifically who, but the analysts were like, no, he's going to be a quarterback. And a lot of people were like, probably not. I have us with a win over the Titans. They were 7-9 last year. Derrick Henry's only getting older. I mean, we've done a lot to get back to our ability to stop the run. Obviously, that's a staple of Dennis Allen's defense. I think we've made the necessary moves to make sure that we're much better this year than we were last year in the run. So I've got a win against the Titans. We go to the Panthers week 2. So another thing to look at too. 1, 2, so 4 out of our first 6 games are away. I don't love that. So 4 out of our first 6 games are on the road with a new quarterback. I don't love that, but I have us with a win over the Panthers. I could see this being a goddamn RG3 with the Redskins as he's sitting on his ass, throwing a touchdown. Comes in as a rookie quarterback and beats us in the dome. We got to go on the road to Carolina. I still have us with a win there. Packers. I got us with a win there as well. We might run the table. Basically a rookie in Jordan Love. So you've got 5 new quarterbacks. That was one of the 5, I believe, that I included. Jordan Love's obviously been there. He's got some experience late in the season last year. It's still Jordan Love. He still has to prove it for me. They were 8-9 with Aaron Rodgers. Are they going to come back in and be world beaters with Jordan Love? I don't see it. I'm giving us a win there. You go to Lambeau, not in weather conditions. I got us 3-0 to start. Then we go to Tampa Bay. I have us losing to Tampa. Week 4, we lose to Tampa.
No.
What do you mean no?
I think we play them at home, huh?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is a home game. But week 4, we're playing Tampa. I have us losing. Trying not to make us go 17-0. But I don't think Baker Mayfield's a bum. I don't think he's trash per se, but they do have a decent defense. I don't know. 3-1 to start. I got us with a loss to the Bucs. I have us going to New England. Loss. Good defense. Mac Jones, I don't hate. I think we'll see how much he progresses. It's still the Patriots on the road. So I have us 3-2. Then we go to the Texans. Loss. No, I'm kidding. We're going to beat the Texans. I was waiting for y'all to be like, what?
Fucking love the Texans.
You do love the Texans. All right, so another rookie quarterback. So we have a win against the Texans. We play the Jaguars at home. I have us losing to the Jags. I think the Jaguars, although 9-8 last year, I mean, they look damn good in the playoffs. They're just more and more pieces. They're getting Calvin Ridley back. The Jaguars are going to be a problem in the AFC. I have us with a loss there. Then we go to Indianapolis. Another rookie quarterback win. The rookie quarterbacks don't put fear in my heart necessarily. And a 4-12 Colts team. We'll see. I mean, that'll be mid-season. They'll be able to kind of figure out who's projected to be the starter there. They're not even saying for sure that it's going to be Richardson, right?
I doubt they're saying that.
So who's going to start though?
I don't know who. Well, yeah, they
Ellinger?
have. Yeah.
Come on, dude. You think by this point in the season, Ellinger's a starter?
I don't know.
Like, give me a bold prediction. Because you took Anthony Richardson in our bet.
Yeah, against who? Hendon Hooker?
Yep. Yeah, I mean.
And who did he get drafted by again?
Somebody that the Vikings? No.
No, it's the Lions.
Lions. Jared Goff, contract year. Or they didn't pick up his extension. He'll be the starter there next year.
I don't know.
I hope. I didn't think. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't believe the Anthony Richardson hype that he's a top 5 quarterback. But yeah, do you think? What's your bold prediction? Do you think Richardson's starting at this point in the season?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard
Week
things
8.
out from reports and from their mini camp or whatever. They're saying he's further along than they thought he was going to be.
But what the fuck does that mean?
They thought he was going to be a little more green than what he is. So
Yeah,
two steps ahead.
Yeah. All right. I have us with a win against the Colts. Then we play the Bears at home. I have us with another win. Vikings on the road win. Yes, they were 13-4 last year. We can all agree that they were of the top tier records. They were the worst team by far. They were skating through. We should have beat them in London. So, I have us with a win against the Vikings. Then we go on a bye week. We come back, and we got to take on Atlanta on the road. 7-10, but you got Desmond Ridder. We're going to have to prove that we can stop the run. They were, I think, the best rushing team last year, and they added Bijan Robinson, so that's a little worrisome, but I don't have us losing to the Falcons. Lions at home, loss. The Lions are going to be good. They've been moving in the right direction, 9-8 last year. I think we see another improvement from them. They keep adding pieces on the defense little by little. I think we lose to the Lions. Then we play the Panthers again at home. Bryce Young's not coming into the Dome and coming out with a win. I have us beating the Panthers. Then we play the Giants. This is a tough one. I have us beating the Giants. At home, we have a nice 3-game stretch where we're at home. So then we go out west, play the Rams. I have us beating the Rams. Then we go opposite side of the country to Tampa on New Year's Eve. I have us beating the Bucs. And then the final game, Falcons, I have us winning. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 of our last 7 we're going to win for a record of 13-4.
In first place in the NFC.
First place in the NFC. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be realistic. But the best teams we play, number 1, in my opinion, the Jaguars. Number 2, the Vikings. Number 3, the Lions. The worst teams we play, 1, 2, and 3, Texans, Colts, Bears. We play shitty teams. The best teams we play are not like, oh my God, put fear in your heart. We don't play any of the best AFC teams. Like no Chiefs, no Bills, no Bengals. And then who's the best team in the NFC?
I don't know.
If you had to pick one.
Right now?
Yeah.
The Eagles are, I guess.
Okay. Sorry. Who's the second best team in the NFC? We don't play the Eagles. Eagles are clear-cut the number 1.
Who'd they play in the NFC Championship?
The 49ers.
Oh, then the 49ers.
But what? Yeah, but what? Who's going to even be starting quarterback?
Apparently, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess
'Cause
that's
they're
true.
just fucking
yeah,
good.
well, it does once they get down to that fucking next tier, and then they can't do anything. Well, no, he got hurt too. He got hurt too.
Well, it's gonna be Lance or Purdy.
Well, they're saying I don't think they think Purdy's going to miss the whole season. I think.
Okay.
I think I saw. I could totally be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were saying Purdy's having more issues with his elbow. But yeah, so I got us 13-4. I think we have a very easy schedule. Call it 12-5 at worst.
Yeah.
I'm going over 9.5 wins though.
Yep.
Okay.
I got us at 10-7.
It's a little more realistic.
But it is interesting. The Titans have a win. I think we go on the road and play the Panthers and lose. The Packers, I have us winning on the road. Then we come home to the Buccaneers. This is one that you think we might drop. I think we're going to win this one.
So hold on, you have us losing to the Panthers.
Yeah.
You think Bryce Young's going to get it done?
Yeah, they always get us.
The
rookies.
we went to Carolina, I think, week 2. When we went to Carolina, I think it was week 2.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure. In Carolina, that was one of our away games.
Yeah, it was an earlier game.
Sam Burns.
But just
fucking
rookies
shit on
always
us.
Yes.
do us in.
Sam Burns, no.
No,
Brian Burns.
Brian Burns, yep.
Yeah. Who the fuck is Sam? Oh,
Yeah,
the
and,
golfer.
Yeah.
Zylstra.
Yeah.
Patriots. At the Patriots, I have us losing. At the Texans, I have us winning. Coming back home to play the Jaguars. The Jaguars, I feel like they're on the come up. I think we're going to lose to them. Going on the road to play, back at home to play, or going on the road, to play
yeah.
the Colts. That's got to be a win.
Yeah.
Just too much for quarterback uncertainty there. The Bears, I have us losing to. I think the Bears are going to be the most improved team on our schedule, probably, maybe in the NFL.
Yeah.
Especially in the NFC North without Rodgers, the division. Like we were talking about, the Vikings really weren't as good as their record indicated. The Lions are good. But, I feel like that's probably the second weakest division other than our own.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good. I don't think people are taking into account, like, the Bucks, the Panthers, and the Falcons. The best quarterback is Bryce Young, and he's not played it down.
Yeah, the Panthers are second best team.
But I still think there's going to be rookie struggles.
Yeah.
So if I don't know how we're not a lock to win the division, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it was still plus money.
Is it?
It might be around even money or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bryce Young comes in and lights it up, but I think there's going to be rookie struggles.
The Vikings at Minnesota, I have us losing. Then we come play the Falcons. I have us winning against the Falcons. The Lions, like you, I have us losing against the Lions. Getting payback on the Panthers, I have us winning.
You got to have a loss against the Giants.
And then I have a loss against the Giants. The Rams, I have us winning the final 3 games. The Rams, the Buccaneers, and the Falcons to finish 10-7. The interesting thing is that, like you said, our schedule isn't that strong, but the better teams we play are at home. The Jaguars, the Bears, the Lions, and the Giants. I have us like 4-4 at home.
Yeah, that's a good point. I have us losing. What'd you say? The Jaguars, the Lions. So I have us winning against the Giants, but I do have us losing against the Jags and the Lions. And then, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be – the Titans is going to possibly be a tough one too. But I don't know. All right, what do you have, Joseph?
Titans, first game at home, I got us winning. I'm like Nick on the second game with the Panthers away game. I'm going to loss. I think we win in Lambeau. We win at home, back at home against the Bucks. We go on the road. The Patriots, I got a loss.
So hold on, pause. We all have us beaten Green Bay.
Yes.
But y'all both think we lose to Carolina week 2.
Yeah.
I think
Like
Green
you
Bay
said.
would give us more of a. I think it'd more likely week 2. If it was later in the season, I could see. Like, okay, Bryce Young has now gotten more acclimated, which I think he's going to be very good. I don't think he's going to have much trouble to acclimate, but there will be. I'm talking about the Panthers.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They got Young.
Oh yeah, they were the number 1 pick.
I don't know what you're.
Still, it goes the same way.
I think the Packers could give us more trouble than the Panthers right off the bat.
I think the Packers are a better team, but I agree with Nick. We always tend to drop a game with these divisional opponents, and I don't think we're going to drop it at home.
It's going to
later
be
in the
interesting
season.
to see what the Packers want to do now. I think they're
In terms
things
of
are going to offensively. Things are going to change a lot. They're going to want to run the ball a lot more.
I mean, they should feed A.J. Dillon.
It's going to be interesting to see if they because LaFleur coming from the Shanahan tree, to see if they run more of an offense like the Rams used to run and the 49ers run now.
Yeah.
Xander Schauffele bogeyed, but he's still tied for 19th. God damn it.
He said he can afford 1 bogey, right?
Yes, but we could get 2 more, and then we'd be inside the top 10. 2 birdies.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Early in the season against a rookie quarterback, he still might have those struggles. It's possible, but I don't know. I don't think we'll lose to the Panthers at home, so I'm taking that away game as a loss. Dropping one to a divisional opponent. But then Patriots away, I got us losing. We're still away against the Texans. I have us winning that game. And we come back home with the Jags. I'll also have us losing that game. Colts away, I have us winning. Coming back home to the Bears, a much improved team, like Nick said. I still have us winning that game. Then we go away to the Vikings and the Falcons. I have us losing both of those games. Another divisional opponent on the road. We always seem to drop them. And then we come back home with the Lions. I have us losing that, so a little 3-game losing streak. Panthers at home, I have us winning. The rest of the games we win out. Panthers at home, Giants at home, Rams, Bucks away, and then the Falcons the last game of the season.
So what is the final record?
11-6.
Okay, so you got 10-7. He's got 11-6. I have 13-4. I think Derek Carr might win the MVP.
Joe Burrow. I'm placing that bet.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so tough
I'm placing it. This is the
because
year.
it's like, has Josh Allen ever won it?
No.
He could win it.
Yeah. Mahomes could win it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like those three, it's like take your pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then did Mahomes won it last year, right?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts could fucking win it.
Yeah.
So do you think there's Jalen Hurts regression?
I don't know.
I don't.
Probably so.
I would think a little bit. I don't know. Because he was very good.
I just think he's that good.
I don't know. I really don't.
His running ability's it helps him, right?
Yes.
But
Always
throwing the ball though, I don't think that he
he's not
can
elite.
keep it up.
He's not that top tier pocket passer like the other guys. Like the main core, Burrow, Mahomes, Allen. But he can make up for it with his ability to move with his legs. But those other three guys are pretty mobile as well. They're not necessarily as mobile. Josh Allen, you could say, is.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts is a little more mobile than Mahomes and Burrow. But they're not like, I don't know. He's not on that. They're a really good team. Whereas like the other guys could kind of will their team if need be. Not that Hurts can't. He is good. But I think he overachieved last year a little bit. I could see a little bit of regression.
Yeah.
But all right, so yeah, 13-4 for me. A lot of rookie quarterbacks, a lot of who cares quarterbacks. But I'm always typically a little more optimistic. So what you think we win the division?
Yeah.
At 10-7?
I have us going 5-1 in the division.
Okay. So, but that would have us more than like 10-7, we'd be in the wild card. Obviously, we're not getting a bye at that rate.
No.
Well, so now second place doesn't even get a bye anymore,
No.
right? It's just the number one seed.
Yeah.
It used to be 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
A few years ago.
Before there was 7 teams in the playoff.
Right.
There's 3 wild card teams that get in
So
spots.
we will we'll see how it plays out. I mean, I thought about doing some college football futures, but I don't really have any that I didn't look into it enough. So we'll save that for another episode. But it's not far. Football is it'll be here before we know it. We're nearly to June. Grind out June and July. Once you hit August, it's back. Again, for everybody listening, we're on Xander Schauffele watch. Just fucking bogeyed, but he's still tied. Top 20. If he finishes top 20 or better, then we're alive, and then it's all on Brooks. We need Brooks to hold on. One stroke lead. He's just now teed off. He's through one. Let's see what we can do. So, do you have anything to say before we go?
Nope.
Anything?
All good, baby.
Go ahead and subscribe to the Big Easy Bets TV YouTube page. If you've already been subscribed, maybe you would have gone, you know what? I'll bet on Brooks Koepka as well. 21-1 odds. And you could have been sitting where I'm sitting right now. But we're going to scratch and claw with Xander Schauffele. We got 3 holes to go. Give me 2 birdies. We're inside the top 10. If Brooks wins, then we're rich. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got. We'll be back at some point. But until then, y'all have a good one. Who dat?
The house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house.
Been practicing this speech.
A little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
No, it was good. I liked it.